I think I know you from somewhere. Are you by any chance, Mark? Today was an important wedding anniversary with my wife. I had reserved a popular, high-scale restaurant for this special day. And there she was, my ex-girlfriend, whom I love to even call an ex. She cheated on me with a rich guy and then easily dumped me. By the way, are you still poor? My ex said. Next to her was her boyfriend with condescending manner. My boyfriend is going to be the next president of the major corporation, KK Holdings. Compared to him, you're still poor and shabby. I was getting irritated being belittled by these two who knew nothing about me. Mark, what's wrong? I heard my dear wife's voice. Thanks to you breaking up with Mark, I got to marry the best man, who has both status and honor. Thank you for everything, ex-girlfriend. 9.9 seconds later, my ex-girlfriend's life started to collapse. I'm Mark Morrison, 27 years old. Married, blessed with good in-laws and a job. No kids yet, but happily married and living joyful days. Today, to celebrate our wedding anniversary, I reserved a celebration at a high-class restaurant. The restaurant is so famous that everyone knows it, and you have to wait 6 months to get a reservation. The venue boasts a rich history, making it a popular choice for wedding receptions. Its garden blooms with a variety of seasonal flowers, creating a picturesque setting. In its ornamental pond, colorful koi fish glide gracefully, adding to the serene ambience. It's a prestigious restaurant frequented by politicians and celebrities incognito. Currently, because of work, my wife and I had to come separately, so I was waiting for her at the gate of the restaurant. I've known my wife, Charlotte, since high school. I was in the brass band, and she joined as a freshman when I was a sophomore. I played the clarinet, and she played the flute. Charlotte, let me carry the music stand for you. It's heavy, huh? Are you sure? You have your own to carry. Sure, I can handle it. Besides, I was just carrying mine anyway. No problem. Though we played different instruments, we often practiced together as woodwind players. Charlotte, you're really good. Thank you. I've been playing since I was little. Really? Your playing is so beautiful, I get lost in it. Thank you. Your clarinet playing is wonderful too. Thanks. She had been playing the flute since she was little, and she displayed her talent as soon as she entered school, becoming the best in our school's band. I initially thought some members might be jealous of her. Hey, Charlotte, not that way, you go this way. Oh, thank you for telling me. I appreciate it. Charlotte, you look really nice. Thank you. You look great too. Actually, no one felt jealous of her. Rather, her gentle demeanor made her popular, not just with her peers but with everyone, and she was naturally beloved. Charlotte, you're quite popular, aren't you? Thank you for saying so, but you're more popular, Mark. Not at all. Besides, I have a girlfriend. Back then, I had a girlfriend named Jenny. I met her right after entering high school. I love your cool clarinet playing. Would you go out with me? She told me, and we started dating. She was already known as a beauty back then. Overwhelmed by her attention, I quickly agreed to date her. I had never had a girlfriend before and tried my best to treat her right, always being sincere. We spent many happy days together, studying at each other's houses and going to parties. But suddenly, everything fell apart. Hey, are you free tomorrow? Sorry, I have practice. Okay, some other time then. During summer in my sophomore year, I saw her walking and holding hands with some guy I didn't know. Where were you yesterday? Huh? I was at home. Liar, I saw you walking with some college guy. Oh, you saw that. So what? When I confronted Jenny, she nonchalantly admitted she was cheating on me with a wealthy college student. He's rich and fun to be with. It's just boring being with you. What's that supposed to mean? Let's break up. And just like that, I was dumped. Bad things seemed to continue. In spring in my senior year, I lost my dad in a car accident. He had caused a multi-car pileup, leaving us with a huge compensation to pay. I was in a public high school, so I managed to graduate, but I had two younger brothers. They were both in middle school and they sure ate a lot. I couldn't leave all the burden to my mom, so I started working part-time to help out. I always worked after school. I hardly ever showed up at the brass band club. Hey, isn't that Mark? One day, Jenny showed up at the convenience store where I worked. You're working. Then you must have money to hang out, right? Let's go somewhere. I'm not going. I don't work to hang out, and I have no reason to go out with you since I'm not with you anymore. Come on, it's no big deal. Why are you working if it's not for fun? It's none of your business. Just tell me. Leave me alone. I'm working to live. I need the money to survive. Jenny laughed mockingly when she heard my situation. Seriously, that's hilarious. You're super poor. Her laughter and mocking hurt me deeply. Enough. We're over, remember? Right. Breaking up with a poor guy like you was the right choice. Bye, poor boy. She said that and left. I was filled with anger to her, and at the same time, anxiety for the uncertain hardships that I had to pay off the debt. But then Charlotte came into my life and changed everything. Charlotte kept visiting me at my part-time job, urging, Mark, please perform in the concert. I wish I could, but I can't. Why? If I don't work, my brothers won't get by on. I openly shared my situation with her after her persistent visits. And still, I declined to participate in the concert. Then, I'll work in your place. Please, perform in the concert. Why would you go that far? This is your last concert, isn't it, Mark? Everyone wants you to play. Please, join us. We're all waiting for you. She wasn't her usual gentle self, always looking after others. She was determined, almost making me fall for her. Mark. Oh, nothing. Actually, I was already falling for her. Mark, if she's offering that, why not cut back a bit? Andrew suggested. He was the owner of the place where I worked. I decided to discuss it with my mom. Mom, I really want to be in this last concert. Can I reduce my work hours? Despite feeling guilty, I asked. Mom smiled and nodded. I appreciate how hard you've worked. It's your last performance. Of course, you should do it. We'll save more, too. Don't worry about us, Mark. As long as we have bread, we're good. Encouraged by my brothers, I was able to perform in the final concert. It was a huge success. Mark, this is from all of us. On stage, the juniors presented me with a bouquet. Taking a closer look, it was made of vegetables like broccoli and scallions, and I found myself yelling, "You guys are the best." I was laughing and crying before I knew it, getting swarmed by everyone. Afterward, I returned to my busy work life. I wasn't planning on college, but just a job. Andrew from the convenience store offered me a position. Mark, you're a hard worker. How about working at my liquor store? I was hired as a full-time employee at his liquor store. Grateful for a job after high school, but also said I wouldn't see Charlotte anymore. So, I decided to tell her. I'm starting a full-time job next month, so I won't be here anymore. Is that so? Yeah. Thanks for everything. Because of your persistence, I have no regrets. Charlotte looked down, then determinedly met my eyes. Don't say that, Mark. I don't want to stop seeing you. You mean, I like you, Mark. I'm really happy to hear that, but I'm just a high school graduate with no prospects. I want you to be happy, so I can't go out with you. I didn't fall for you because of your job. It's your kindness, how you speak softly, help when needed, take on tasks others dislike, and your seriousness. That's what I love. I just did what anyone would. That's exactly why I like you. She gave me her genuine feeling to me. Her straightforward words won me over, and we started dating. We helped with each other's studies, went to parties together. We made so many memories that I even forgot about Jenny. Charlotte, don't you feel bored with me? Not at all. Just being with you makes me so happy. Really? You're not just saying that. Of course, I'm serious. I'm head over heels for you, Mark. Eventually, when I turned 25, Charlotte and I got married. For our wedding, not only did we invite family, but also everyone from the brass band club. Mark, if you make Charlotte cry, I won't forgive you. Of course I won't make her cry. And today is our second wedding anniversary. Joshua, really now? As I was reminiscing about those days, a man and woman approached. What? The woman looked familiar. I stared at her face. Then I remembered. It was Jenny, who had dumped me years ago. Her looks had changed a bit, but her atmosphere was the same as back then. I didn't recognize the man, but he was dressed in a fancy suit, his shoes and watch gleaming. They were obviously expensive. Hey, aren't you Mark? You know him. Remember I told you before, the guy I dated in high school just because of his looks, the boring and poor ex. Oh, so he's the infamous dark past guy. They had noticed me too. And they came to me with smirks. What brings you here? None of your business. Just leave. Why won't you tell me? We used to be close, right? Don't be creepy. We have nothing to do with each other anymore. No plans to be friends either. Poor people are so narrow-minded. Yeah. As I kept giving cold responses to Jenny, who's trying to provoke me, was getting on her nerves. By the way, are you still poor? I've told you, it's none of your business. Of course you are, unlike Joshua here. She started introducing the man next to her, who is grinning as well. This is Joshua. He's my boyfriend. So what? He's the future president of KK Holdings. He's different from you. You're still poor and pathetic. She and her boyfriend laughed. KK Holdings' future president, huh? Seems like she didn't know anything. I just looked at them coldly. So, are you still a part-time worker at the liquor store? Or doing construction or something? What if I am? It's none of your business. And what's wrong with working at a liquor store or in construction? Nothing. But at your age, not being able to wear even one luxurious brand item, it's lame. I'm glad I broke up with you. Right. Look at my watch. Too bright for you. Your cheap suit can't compare to mine. Such nonsense. I checked the time, ignoring them. By the way, what are you doing in a fancy place like this? Are you even able to afford a meal? This place is different from those you know. Too high class for the likes of you. Yeah. Don't do something shameful like dine and dash. It's so typical of poor people. I can't believe I used to go out with you. Jenny's taunts and Joshua's condescending looks were getting to me. Enough already. Of course I can pay. I've had this reservation for over 6 months. So what? Your being here tarnishes the reputation of this place. Just leave. Just as Jenny was about to push me away, I heard the sweet voice of my wife. Mark, what's going on? As we turned toward the voice, there was Charlotte, walking towards us with 2 bodyguards. Dressed in a white, elegant dress, her hair neatly done, and her makeup flawless, she looked stunning. Her dignified walk was simply magnificent. The bodyguards accompanied with her were in well-tailored suits with sculpted physiques visible even through the fabric. Their sharp gazes from behind sunglasses were almost overpowering. Sorry to keep you waiting. Charlotte entwined her arm with mine, smiling beautifully just like the old times. The couple in front of us was speechless. Isn't that Charlotte, the flutist? Why would someone famous like her be here? Realizing who they were, Charlotte let go of my arm. I'm Charlotte, Mark's wife. It's a pleasure to meet you. She shook hands firmly, greeting Jenny. Her gaze still settled on Jenny. From the years of being with her, I knew just what she had in mind. She recognized Jenny as one of her band members from school and my ex-girlfriend. You seem familiar. Jenny, recognizing Charlotte, frowned in confusion. You're my husband's ex, right? Thank you so much. What? Jenny made a puzzled face at Charlotte, who spoke smiling softly. Charlotte said with a light smile, but her eyes weren't. I've always wanted to thank you. Thank me? Yes. Thanks to you breaking up with Mark, I could marry him. He's so talented that our company is thriving. Truly, thank you so much. What are you talking about? Jenny was utterly baffled by Charlotte's words. Even if you're famous, it's not much to date such a poor guy, isn't it? My maiden name is Kingsley. My family owns a business named KK Holdings. Charlotte's gaze shifted to Joshua, Jenny's companion. Mark has agreed to being CEO. Today is not only our anniversary, but also a celebration for him. Jenny looked still confused, but Joshua's face turned stiff. You ridiculed my husband, but aren't you supposed to be the next CEO? Because that's strange. I don't recognize you. Who are you exactly? As Charlotte pressed him, Joshua's face went pale. Please, tell me who you are. Who are you? Claiming to be the next CEO of KK Holdings. Are you really a person concerned? Damn it, Joshua blurted. Wait, where are you going? He tried to escape and made a run for it. Jenny watched him run off in shock. Let's go, Mark. Charlotte took my arm again. Jer, let's enjoy our dinner. I glanced at Jenny, standing still in shock, and escorted Charlotte into the restaurant. You might have guessed by now, but Charlotte is the daughter of Kirsten Kingsley, the CEO of KK Holdings, and the granddaughter of Carl Kingsley, the chairman. She received various forms of elite education from a young age. Playing the flute was one of them. She was a very talented and intelligent woman, and it seems she fell for me because I had been kind to her from the beginning of high school. I was glad. Everyone was nice to me because I was a rich man's daughter, but you were kind to me regardless of that. But at that time, I was dating Jenny. At first, I tried to give up, but then I heard a rumor that you had broken up with your ex-girlfriend. I thought maybe I had a chance. Just when she was about to give up, she found out that Jenny and I broke up, and she decided to give it another try. I used to go to the convenience store back then, not only because I wanted you to be in the concert, but more than anything, I wanted to see you, Mark. I wanted to do something for you, and I hoped you'd start to be aware of me in a more than friendly way. Thanks to her efforts, I am now married to Charlotte. The calm demeanor she showed in the club activities was her way of getting by, it seems. If I act like that, everyone gets along with me. Actually, I'm quite cunning, she said, slightly embarrassed. She told me that her real personality is way much harsher. But I can tell because I'm always with her. Looking at her smiling gently beside me, I realize that's just a part of her, and she ordinarily has the calm personality. Well, now I find that even bilateral character of hers endearing. A few days later, I got a call from the police. I heard that a con artist using the name of KK Holdings, the company I was set to take over, had been arrested. That con artist was Jenny's boyfriend, Joshua. He was a marriage scammer, deceiving many women and swindling money from them. I knew that the name of KK Holdings was being used by a fraud group. The company was just investigating, and coincidentally, the mastermind appeared right there. I contacted the police right after that, and he was successfully arrested. Apparently, the rest of the fraud group was arrested one by one based on Joshua's testimony. They'll be paying restitution for the rest of their lives, more than they can probably ever afford. As for Jenny, even after going to college, she targeted richer, more handsome men, switching them out frequently. She caused a lot of trouble, sometimes even stealing men from others, and was eventually shunned by her friends. Still, being beautiful, many men approached her. But it all ended as casual flings. Maybe everyone ran away after getting to know her true nature. The only one she managed to get engaged to was Joshua. They had exchanged promises of marriage, received an engagement ring, and even met each other's parents. They were just about to decide on a wedding venue. That's why she completely trusted Joshua and lent him a large sum of money. Furthermore, she even went into debt to support him. After this incident, she was disowned by her parents and couldn't even contact her old friends. She had quit her job to get married, so all she was left with was debt. When she quit, she bragged, "I'm marrying the next CEO of KK Holdings," to her ex-coworkers, so now she can't even return to her old job. On the other hand, I was working hard at a liquor store I joined after high school. The owner, Andrew, not only ran the convenience store and the liquor store, but also expanded into various businesses, and his company was a subsidiary of KK Holdings. "You're the Mark that he talked about. I've heard about you from him that you're very earnest and excellent. Would you like to work with us?" Andrew had dinner a few times with Charlotte's father, and her father heard about me and thought highly of me. Thanks to my hard work, I was headhunted by KK Holdings. Kirsten found out about my relationship with Charlotte after I was headhunted. "I didn't know you were dating my daughter." "I apologize. I didn't even know she was your daughter." "I figured. You're not the type to date someone for ulterior motives. I know how capable you are, Mark. I trust you with my daughter." So, I got permission to date her. Moreover, marry Charlotte soon and learn the ropes of being an executive. "I'm counting on you as my successor," he said unexpectedly, and I married Charlotte at 25. I learned the ropes under Kirsten and managed to live up to his expectations. Eventually, when Carl retired, Kirsten, my father-in-law, became the chairman, and I was appointed CEO. By that time, my family's life was stable. I had paid off all my debts by the time I became CEO. One of my brothers went to college on a scholarship. I can afford to lose to you, Mark. He graduated successfully and now works for a top company. My youngest brother didn't go to college but became a city employee after high school and now lives independently. I grew up seeing you worked so hard, so I know how to do things when I have to. My mom was enjoying a leisurely life living alone after all her sons, including me, had left the nest. It's fun being on my own because I can do whatever I want. No need to worry about me," she said, happily engaged in her hobby of crafting every day. Occasionally, we receive cute crocheted toys from her, which Charlotte joyfully decorates our home with. Charlotte, meanwhile, had woke up her talent in playing the flute while I was preparing to become the future CEO. "Everything is gonna be fine with you, Mark. I can leave things in your hands with confidence." "Thanks. You keep up the good work too. I'm rooting for you." "Thank you." Saying this, she trusted me and left me on running the company, and now she's a famous flutist, touring the country. I believe the sound of her flute is the greatest comfort in my busy days. Even when I'm traveling, I listen to her CDs in the car, and whenever I have time, I listen to her playing the flute. "You really love your wife, Mark." "Yeah, I do." So, I've become quite famous as a loving husband at the company. That was after a while since my appointment as CEO, following Joshua's arrest. "Mr. Morrison, there's a woman named Jenny at the reception." "Jenny, she's demanding to see the CEO. What should we do?" Jenny suddenly showed up at the company. "All right, I'll go to her." Honestly, I wanted to ignore her, but I couldn't let her cause trouble at the reception, so I reluctantly went to see her. "Sir, it's okay, I'll handle it." "Wow, you're really the CEO. That's amazing." Ginny's eyes sparkled as she watched me reassure the worried receptionist who called me to reception as CEO. She clearly wasn't hiding her ulterior motives. "What are you doing here? Don't cause trouble at the company." "Don't be so cold. Come on, Mark. Can't we get back together?" "What? Are you kidding me? I have a wife. You've seen her." "I don't care about that. I love you, Mark." She said this and tried to cling to my arm, but I instinctively avoided her. It was over 10 years ago that we dated. Honestly, I had even forgotten about you until we met again recently. To be clear, you're a nuisance. Don't follow me around anymore. "Don't say that. Just leave, please." "But I'm in a really tough spot right now. That marriage scammer deceived me, and I lost everything. Please, take me back and help me." I tried to send her away, but Ginny wouldn't leave. "I'm much better than that dull lady. Being with her must be boring, right? Let's get back together." Her words got me snapped. "You can say whatever you want about me. I was poor, that's true. But I won't tolerate any insults towards my wife. Charlotte is my savior and the only person I want to protect for the rest of my life. Don't you dare mock her." "But, in the first place, you once said dating me was a dark past for you, right? That's my line. Sure, being poor was tough, but it was nothing compared to the time I spent with you. You are the only shame in my life." "You? How dare you say that?" Immediately after, her handbag flew towards my face. I picked it up and touched the leather. "What's this? Cheap faux leather? You had the nerve to say it's embarrassing not to wear high-end brand names. You're the one who should be embarrassed." "Shut up. You should just be obedient to me," Ginny screamed with her face turning red with my provocation. A few minutes later, the police called by the reception staff took Ginny away for causing harm to me. She was already disowned by her parents and friends, and now she's arrested in addition to her debts. Her life seems hopeless now. She brought it upon herself. It feels refreshing to think that I won't be involved with her anymore. I really have changed. In the past, I wouldn't have been able to talk back to Ginny like that. I mused to myself. I couldn't help but laugh at my thought. Well, I am CEO now. You have to be strong to be CEO, the leader of the company. And this strength, I learned it from Charlotte. Even when she's not by my side, her presence protects me. I have to live up to that. As expected, Ginny's situation turned out just as I thought it would. With her massive debts and no relatives to turn to, she apparently works from dawn to dusk. She couldn't rely on her former fiancé either, as his sentence was longer than hers, and even after his release, I believe he wouldn't take her back. I've also obtained a restraining order from the court, so she can't come near the company. Well, my in-laws wouldn't allow it anyway. Charlotte. Yeah, I managed to make a booking at the restaurant we went to before. Last time we were interrupted, but this time, let's enjoy our dinner without any disturbances. Yes, I'd love that. Actually, I have something important to tell you. Something important? Yes, a very important and good news. Some time later, I was listening to my wife playing the flute and thought about how truly happy I am. After finishing playing her flute, Charlotte sat down beside me. I want to listen to her clarinet. I hadn't listened to it for so long. She asked with a smile. I readily agreed and stood up to play my clarinet. I played a song from a famous movie, popular as a lullaby. Charlotte listened to it with a gentle smile. She was stroking her belly. We're going to have a child. Charlotte's parents and my family are looking forward to our coming baby. Especially Charlotte's father. He had already bought a lot of baby stuff since it's their first grandchild. We've been through a lot. But we've overcome it all and are incredibly happy now. We have this happiness because we never gave up. I won't let anyone disturb this happiness. If necessary, I'll harden my heart to drive them away. What shall we name our baby? Let's see.